All right, so with the brand new fish update out, we have a bunch of new weird stuff to cover. So today I'm going to be covering all of the new stuff and alongside the new best money making strat with this new update. Now, obviously, this is a very micro update, but there are still some mechanics we should be looking over for just what we're going to integrate with our money method. So as you can see in the update logs that we have right here, as you can see, we have a good amount of information. So firstly, the silly clown. So as a quick note, if you're looking into doing this quest, right, or you're more fresh to the update, right, don't do this quest. Yeah, don't do it. This is the rod you get. I'm not gonna lie, it is very horrible. It's a really bad rod. Now the reason why I'm saying don't get the rod is essentially what it has is a funny ability where the only like thing about it is it trolls you, right? So like as you can tell by it, it looks like nose hairs and all that, but it has actually really good stats. I'm not gonna lie. So as you see, lure speed infinite, 250% luck.
And today might just be your lucky day, but if you're watching this video within 1 week of it coming out, then you will actually be able to enter into my Oni Ralphix set giveaway. I'm going to be giving away every single fish for this. And to enter, all you need to do is go down and click that hype button and then hype this video and then go and comment your Roblox username down below. But once again, hype this video, comment your Roblox username, and that will enter you into the Oni Ralphix giveaway. And I'm going to be giving this away to multiple people, which is really high. Infinite resilience and infinite max kg. Now what infinite, as that, shows, infinite resilience is pretty much the direct opposite to the Oni Ralphix where it has negative infinite. So when you're using it, right, there's it'll do that. And, essentially one of the main things, as you saw, I just lost my streak and you're like, well, how'd you lose your streak so fast? So it is a bunch of random abilities, but one of the things is the second, you're no longer on the fish, if you don't pretty much perfect catch the fish, you instantly lose it. So the one thing about this though is so you have to perfectly, balance, jitter click or whatever to balance your rod. And since the bar technically won't really move at all, it just has many games like that makes it really difficult to use. So now, nonetheless, that is still absurdly a very good rod considering these passives. Now, obviously, it has decent luck, insane passives, I will say, like infinite lure speed, resilience, and kg means pretty much every single thing isn't, every single fish is going to be super easy to catch. So next thing, as we can see, accessory tab. So this I like, black market change, I'll cover this in a second, but fish giving remains. This is what we're going to be hyper focusing on for our money. We also have a new code, fish miss soon. Every time I was trying to test this, it wasn't working. Boom. Okay, so we got that. You got lime silly time skin for silly funny happy rod. So we get a rod skin for this. Oh, now it's green. Perfect. Just what I wanted. Now, next thing to note, right, when you with this rod, it's interesting, but you can use admin abuse bait, right? It does have a mutation. It gives it a 50% rate. That is a 2x. Now, obviously, that's not good, but for the most part, besides being absurdly overpowered in regards to just catching, what you can do, I will say, is set up a basic macro with tiny tasks, right, where you record the exact amount of inputs you have to do to perfectly balance it. So you can hear my mouse clicking, right? Record the amount of inputs you need to balance it in the middle and AFK run that essentially, because when you're fishing, right, the bar literally, it's gonna zoom in and shrink. It's gonna be bouncing all over your screen and spinning and all this stuff. It's gonna be very hard to see. One of them, you literally just get jump scared with the Freddy Fazbear PNG. So you can't really effectively track it. I track it visually. So something like that would be, guarantee you catch the fish every time, which is really overpowered. Now, next thing is the fish miss being integrated still. So we're gonna head on over there real quick. I'll just show you the money method in regards to it. So the fish miss zone, I've been saying this for quite some time, is the most optimal for money. I will show you other spots in case you don't want to fish here, because you do need to have a few specific requirements to make it actually optimal. So first things first, when you're here, I'm going to quickly switch to my rod of choice is Luminescent Oath, Oni Ralphix, or No Life Rod. I honestly think Luminescent Oath because I haven't gotten Ruinous Oath. That's pretty much the reason why. Now, if you want to get Ruinous Oath, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It's just better. You're going to want to have a ton of these bait crates. And by a ton, I mean a ton. And now, as I sit here and spend a few million on these crates, I would say literally, realistically, before these go away, since these crates are really, really good, I'd recommend buying literally thousands of them. Now, obviously for me, I have almost 3 billion. Ooh, Jolly Bountiful Bait Crate. How did I get Jolly? Anyways, we'll just open these. That must have been some Christmas event. All right, there we go. So now we have a lot of that bait, and I'll show you the bait you should use. So while you're here, I'll show you this also in a second. The different zones you could farm specifically for certain things. So this is the most optimal way to farm turkey. So the pumpkin pieces is the best bait in my opinion. So use pumpkin pieces, really good. And then also if you get the Oni Ralphix Mastery for pure strength, it becomes really, decent. Well, that's just something I don't like is you have to click onto the mastery for it to show, but it'll buff.
But the reason for this is you can get the pure strength passive boost. But so you're wanting to use the pumpkin pieces. Now there's obviously other ones, right? There's the gourd bites and then the cranberry clusters. It's just this one specifically, right? Like you have a better luck from the thing and they're way easier to get. So what you'll do, right? You'll get that. Now, the reason why we'll fish here is, as you can see with the fish giving, I've almost fully gotten shiny, sparkling, everything. So this just shows how much I've fished here. But so essentially, right? Every single fish or turkey can be caught here. Every single thing in this bestiary. Now, the reason why this is nice is because since everything can be bought here, you can pretty much, you get everything here, and then you can, I think it's higher chances and luck in general to catch all of these overall because of the fact you're catching, there's like all these other options. So you can consistently catch them. But another thing is you can see winter, right? You want to fish during not winter. Now, obviously, you can't always do it, but as you see, autumn is the most optimal grinding time because of the benefit it gives you. Now, the reason for this, all of the turkeys prefer autumn and insect bait. Now, the only thing though is insect bait has a preferral luck of 35. Meanwhile, the pumpkin bait we are using has a universal luck of 150 and a preferral luck of 120. It's like a hidden preferral luck stat towards turkeys. So by default, the turkeys are, gonna prefer the Thanksgiving bait. So I would recommend using the Thanksgiving bait. Now, alongside using the Thanksgiving bait, what you'll also do is fish in this one section. I don't know if it's like actually, the strat or not, but I fish over here just off of this. I've had the best luck. Now, also as a note, I'll have a macro video at the end of this video. It is the best macro by far. It literally has so many functions that makes it the best. You literally just download it, click start, and it runs and works perfectly. No setup. You can join. It has a server hopping function, auto appraising, really good macro. So make sure you check that out. That'll be at the end of this video. So what we're going to do is now decipher, right, what we want to change or get or do. So what we're going to look at, I'm going to quickly hop off, is so these all are caught in different zones. So magma turkeys caught in like the Roslip volcano, pirate turkeys caught at Forsaken Shores, right? They're all caught in different zones, but you can target specific zones that have lower overall fish, like there's less fish in that bestiary or index. You can target these zones because of the default chance of having a higher chance of getting the turkey. Pretty much, right? You can come here. We have all these different turkeys. So you can look at like the coral turkey, for example. There's so many different zones you can be caught in, but as you see, Roslip Bay, freshwater pond, come here. Freshwater pond has not many fish that can be pulled from it. Freshwater pond only has 9 fish counting coral turkey. So that is probably one of the better options. Now, the main thing about turkeys, they all have the exact same value. In fact, I actually think they increased the average base, which is nice. So base 20,000, average almost 13,000, right? You get a rod like Ruinous Oath or Luminescent Oath, right? You have, especially if you can get the wilted relic and you can enchant the thing and get greedy and get the 50x or the 50% bigger, that is a super good enchant. Combine that with Sea Prince and Sea Overlord, you're going to be getting a 65% increase and a good shot at the 9x mutation off the rod, so you get crazy value. Like, I'm talking, the turkeys are going to be worth a few 100,000 every single one you catch. And obviously this is where this matters. So coral turkey, since there's only 8 other fish that can be caught in here, you're running an Aurora that pretty much cuts a few of these out of the options. Some of these are also zone based, so that you can only get them from fishing in their zone. So a lot of these, it's going to be cut down a good bit, right? So it's similar to determining this. So currently, right, coral turkey in the Roslip Bay freshwater pond is a pretty good option. I know the magma turkey is a pretty good option as well. Reason for this, it is in the Roslip Bay volcano. The volcano does not have many fish in it. This is tweaking for right now, but the volcano only has, a few fish. But for the most part, right, my main recommendation, as of right now, looking over this list, right, I probably was a bit inaccurate. So I think for these, oh, this is even better. Grand Reef only has 8 fish. So yeah, Grand Reef is also similar. Now, the only reason why there's 2 other ones you should get, Grand Reef and the other one. So I'll explain that. Essentially, right, if your luck is high enough, there's some fish you can't catch because you have to have like less luck, essentially. Like, you're too lucky, and I'll show you how to boost your luck. So there's a few ways you can boost your luck. Firstly being Auroras, right? You can run Auroras to easily boost your luck by, the 9x or whatever. You can use the weather matrix or grind the angler quests to get that. Now, Now, the next thing, this is actually really simple, is the friend quest. So this thing right here, right? You can get a bunch of things. So catch one shiny fish in Moosewood. Super easy. You get a spin. If you're in the server with a friend, you get 2 spins, right? You can get this luck potion very commonly. I have a few of these. So if we look at potions, right? I have glitch potions and luck potions. So these are giving crazy luck boosts. Then if you also combine it with the divine from, if you go to the mine shaft, fish here and get the radiant crystal, right? Radiant crystal gives a divine, which is a 2x stackable luck boost. So you can easily use that. But even next, after all of this, you can use the angler to get even better luck. And essentially, like I was saying before, you're going to fish in either the Grand Reef. I think Atlantean Storm is a decent option, but Grand Reef or the Roslet Bay freshwater pond. Now, these 2 zones are pretty straightforward to get to. So the freshwater pond, I mean, it's just on this way. So Roslet Bay, right? You're in the main section. I forgot I turned off showing my mouse while recording. I was about to just point it out, but I should probably go and show you. So over here, bit trapped at the moment. Yeah, it's this little pond right here. So that's the main section over there with like the merchant over yonder, and this little pond right here. So this is the Roslet pond. This is tremendously higher luck for, and just rates in general for catching turkey, or specifically that one turkey. Now what we'll do is you can also fish at Grand Reef. Now obviously Grand Reef is just a bit off from here. So Grand Reef is just on the backside of Forsaken Shores, just fishing in here. Grand Reef, boom, you'll just fish here. Great value you can get out of this. But for the most part, I'd recommend taking advantage of this, because not only are they probably going to nerf it before they even remove it in the first place, but they're going to remove this by the end of the week. This is not only the best XP, but the best money method. Make sure you take advantage of this. But for the most part, that's pretty much it for this video.